Well, this is not the Scottish Highlands. Today, visiting the Central Belt, basically following my nose. Just a route I found on Komoot. Not really sure where I'm gonna end up. I'm down here visiting a chap whose business is called Wheelsmith. He's known for building superb custom wheels, and I'm getting a set made. That's going to be a separate video. But he's not someone who particularly likes being filmed while he's working. I've just gone out and left him to it. Thought I'd explore a little while I'm down here. Because when I say I don't really know where I'm going, I'm not kidding. I am glued to my GPS. Everybody down here seems to have dogs. I have seen more dogs in the last 5 minutes than I've seen in the last 2 days. Yeah, I'm definitely off route. I don't think I'm meant to be in the cemetery. I might have come this way before. Back in the 1990s, I was doing quite a bit of writing for the Sunday Times travel magazine. And I'd ridden with a group of friends the return sea to sea that became known as the Reivers Ride through Kielder Forest and back across the country. After doing that piece, Sustrans invited me to ride their new Scottish sea to sea, which went, I think it was from Ardrossan over to Leith. And it wasn't signed at the time, and I remember getting horribly lost somewhere in Glasgow, but it was a reasonable piece. Did it over 2 days, and I'm trying to remember if it came along here. We went along quite a lot of canal towpaths. Yeah, maybe we did, because this is, of course, the Union Canal. Hello. It's absolutely fantastic to see cycle paths so well used. I have no idea how this looks on video, but the ground is cobbled, so it's quite rough. And the first time you come through this, it actually feels a little bit scary, because you don't know if you're going to drop into a hole, and if you do come off, you're going to have a fairly hard landing on that barrier, possibly a wet landing. Got a lot of lights up on you though. It's a remarkably strange sensation, especially when you look up at the roof. It's a bit like one of those holiday experiences you go on when you go to Spain or France, the grots, and they play some cheesy music as you look around, only this is an entirely man-made version. Believe me, I'm very well aware that if this is your regular ride to work, or even the place you go jogging with the baby, then you're probably wondering, why is he making such a big fuss of it? Actually, that tunnel is quite cool. When you've never been through anything like that before, it's cool. And sometimes it's good to see the world through a visitor's eyes, you know? These are Lionthorne Woods, and they're set out in such a way to keep mountain bikers and walkers separate. They even have one-way cycle trails, so you know if you're going in one direction, you're not going to meet somebody horsing around in the other. It's a very good idea, considering I don't think it's any major sort of mountain bike park. As I say, I'm a visitor to your area, and if you ride here regularly, by all means tell me in the comments what makes this area so good. But when I was planning it, I wondered what all the squiggles were on the GPS track that I downloaded from Komoot. Well, now I know it's this. And yes, that is frost on the trail. It was very icy first thing this morning, and the sun hasn't reached here yet. It's really a lot of fun. It's like easy mountain biking, you know? Really good fun. I'm saying easy, this bit is. Who knows what lies ahead? Big up to the trail fairies who built this. I mean, it's not Nevis Range, but to have this on your doorstep, this is pretty good. I'm still on the Calendar estate, and looking at the GPS track ahead, well, it looks like somebody's thrown a bowl of spaghetti in the air and it's landed in a real tangle, because I'm not really sure where, I'm saying it again, I'm not really sure where I'm going. There's a lot of that on this ride, isn't there? This might have actually been made for mountain bikes, but I tell you, this is ideal for a fast gravel bike like this, with big tyres. If you're enjoying this, then it would be great if you would consider subscribing. And you might even want to think about joining the channel. These people have done that. They've become members of the production crew and adventure crew, so they get their name in the credits. If you'd like to know more, then just press the join button below any video when this is over, and I'll pop up and tell you all about it. Freeride trail. You must be capable of riding compulsory gap jumps and large drops. No alternative lines are available. Yeah, it's not one for me. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention, but I've just suddenly popped out at what looks like a lovely cafe. It shows how little I know about this area that I wasn't expecting to be in a series of bike parks today. I was very impressed with the route the commute found for me, but it looks like I've been in a few of them. No, I'm now heading into Green Rig Bike Park. Honestly, this is my first.
We're there, aren't we?
Not quite. You need to tilt it a bit more towards you, I think. There you go.
That looks good to me.
Excellent. And he's put me on the right route.
Have I managed to take a photograph?
Straight into the sun. Great stuff. Nice to meet you, Neil. Cheers. And thanks for the directions. Selfie. Thank you, Neil. That was fun. This is probably a very good time to talk about Vanity. When I was with Derek Wheelsmith this morning, we were talking about making videos, and he said he showed some of them to his wife, and she'd said, does he go back and film himself riding past the camera every time? I said, well, yes, of course, he's got to do that. And she said, well, how vain is that? And she's right. Of course it is, but actually, there's actually a bigger vanity. And the bigger vanity is thinking that people might want to watch videos of you riding past and doing stuff like that. And I've got no answer to it. All I can say is that yes, social media has been described as showing off for strangers. Although I'd like to think there was a little more to it than that. A little more, hopefully a bit of entertainment, hopefully a bit of information. But yeah, vanity, vanity, all is vanity. Back beside the canal, and there's a sign back there saying that I'm at the midpoint between Edinburgh and Glasgow, and I'm about to come to probably the largest landmark on this trip. This is the world famous Falkirk Wheel. It raises boats 24 metres, and it opened in 2002 for the first time since the 1930s, and it joined the Forth and Clyde Canal with the Union Canal. They used to be joined, and now they are again. They could have gone for some sort of historic look to the whole thing, but they didn't. They went for this 21st century look. And even 20 years later, it still draws tourists, and it's still really impressive. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.